Cheers, everyone. Cheers. How we doing? So, Jody Dean here, spiritual coach, and I wanted to talk about Joe Dispenza's work because it's been actually so inspiring for me, and it was suggested to me that I talk about it with the framing of Kundalini as a reference point because some of the work I'm doing is very, very related to that. And yes, coming to you direct from Istanbul, or is it Constantinople? Here I am in the blistering heat. It's got a bit cooler now. It's only about 37 degrees Celsius, which is about 100 Fahrenheit. Anyway, I had the good fortune to come across Joe Dispenza back in the day with the film What the Bleep Do We Know? And I found him the most inspiring, absolutely, speaker within that film. And I was like, I've got to find anything he's done. And there wasn't really anything out there. Managed to get hold of a DVD set. And then managed to get hold of his book. He actually came to Barcelona, where I was living, about 15, 16, 17 years ago. Oh my goodness, so long. And gave it a nice long talk, and I went to it, and it was very inspiring. So cool. He was talking about all this research and his experience and what happened to him with his accident and how he'd used his mind to completely heal himself. And then fast forward a couple more years, and I got to meet him at an expo and hung out with him and his wife and had a really cool time kind of outside the expo for, a quarter of an hour, half an hour, something like that, really just chatting all this stuff. And so it was a really, really sound, really interesting, unassuming guy, obviously with a lot of knowledge, and I could feel like his vibration was really good. And anyway, obviously his work has mushroomed and got around the whole world, and it's absolutely stimulating and fascinating to see how he's got there, and how it's been received, right? This work that originally was so inspiring for me, but was unknown in the world, and now it's so super known. And so I wanted to share some of that because, what he's doing is he's enabling people to work with their mind, with their consciousness, with their physiology, with their brain function, with their biology and neuroscience, to upgrade their consciousness, and actually in a scientific way, in a scientifically explained way, outside of all the spiritual kind of mumbo jumbo or terminology that might be overwhelming or stigmatic for some, to really help people who aren't so familiar with this work to experience the benefits and heal, right? Heal, upgrade their life, experience much more expanded well-being. And I have friends who've been on his courses, and they just raved about it and how powerful it was. And it's all a Kundalini activation, guys. That's what it is. And it's an intensive process, right? Over a week, they're up at 4 a.m. and they're doing this all the way through the day, all in one location, and that's the week, right? And I suppose, in some ways it is a consciousness work. There's also embodiment as well. And I wanted to share that the Kundalini work, it's great that it's been mapped out by Joe Dispenza in such a scientific way that you might not even realize that you're doing Kundalini work and you're opening your Kundalini and allowing this source energy to flow through you in an embodied way, and then experience all the benefits and the healing and the upgrades. And so that's actually what's, in my experience, in my mind, what's happening with Joe Dispenza's work. And he's just, he's found a way to communicate that information and to guide people without any of the trappings of, ancient spirituality and all of that stuff. And I think that's absolutely wonderful, and it's great. And it's very akin to a lot of the work that we do on the Diamond Heart Kundalini Mentorship. Just not, it's not, we don't do it in a scientific way. We do it in an experiential way, and a heart-centered way, and an intuitive way. And, so for some people, that's going to be more of a fit and a match than doing it in the left brain, scientific, logical, minded way. And some people absolutely need that. But, what if I told you that you could fast track that? Because you you don't actually need to understand it. You can just actually do it and be it and experience it, and take the leap to experience it directly, have a direct experience through the intuitive, through the creative, through the expressive, and through the heart-directed way that is in line with source consciousness, which is your highest frequency, your highest self, your connection with all that is, and owning that and welcoming that embodied through the lower aspects of self, the roots, the sacral, the solar plexus, which are the earth, the practical, the survival, the sensual, the pleasure, the feeling and emotional realm, and the personal power and self-esteem realm, as bases that we work this energy up, and we clear out any toxins, any toxic energy, entities, negativity, patterns, ancestral, karmic, etc. So we're working with all of that, but working very much with higher level technology, actually, which is releasing agreements, shedding on a massive level. So it's really about this opening up and letting go of any limiting beliefs, any limiting ideas, being present to the moment, really the power of now, heart-centered service and presence, and it's just so powerful. It's so powerful. So it just depends on which way you want to take it, right? It is a tantric awakening. It is a Kundalini awakening. It is a heart expansion. I work with the higher heart, particularly, which is the diamond heart, and that's the way we go, right? It's the path we go on, and we choose that higher expanded path. And it's it's intuitive, and so I wanted to share that really, and just to kind of clarify a bit more for those of you who might be wondering about what this work is that Jody's doing, this Diamond Heart Kundalini, because obviously I've only been posting about it probably 6 weeks, and it's the first I've really posted so much about the Kundalini and that kind of thing, even though I've been working with it for 26 years, and on my own journey of consciousness and expansion and embodiment, and with the tantric path as well, and the yoga path, as well as the consciousness path and the mystical path, all aligned with the creative self-expression as well. I'm trained as an actor, which is very much an embodiment thing. It's also working with the voice, and the session we did yesterday, because it's already started, the Diamond Heart Kundalini Mentorship's already started, but it's not too late to get in. But yesterday's session was all about creativity unblocking, and that authentic self-expression. So really owning your power through your creative expression, and unblocking and unlocking the energy, the life force energy, the creative energy, which wants to flow through us. So that it's very powerful, very empowering, and it was a lot of fun, very deep. Everyone's faces were just lit up, absolutely lit up. Don't know if you can hear that dog in the background, but it's kind of like that, woo! That wild energy was released, and wow, sometimes we just need to get raw and messy and unfiltered. Enough of censorship, enough of editing, self-editing, being made up and faked up. No, we want the raw you, we want the raw power of you, the energy of you, and always when we're in a heart-directed space, that's always going to be a positive, life-affirming, creative energy. It's authentic and healing. So that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Anyway, if you're interested to know more about the Diamond Heart Kundalini Mentorship, then give me a shout here, put in the comments, chat, #chat, or send me a message interested, and we can have a little chat about it. It's a wonderful deep dive. We've got 6 people in there right now. Got spaces for a couple more before we close up properly. And it's a delight to do and share and be in. It's so powerful. It's life-changing. It's absolutely 1000% transformational. And yeah, if it resonates, then it resonates, great. And if it doesn't, no worries. But here we are. All right, take care for now. Bye. I'm Jody Dean, spiritual coach. Bye for now.